In this first paragraph, I have mentioned a quote that is of Barack Obama, that is about no challenge poses a greater threat to future generation than climate change. This is the quote I have started with, as it will look very beautiful with the quote, as it is a topic of environment. So, in the GS2 topic, you can start with any article or act. In GS1 topic, you can start with some fact. But in the environmental science and tech question, you have to start. You can start with a quote, or you can start with a fact also. Okay. In the second paragraph, I have mentioned about the COP26 summit, in which our Prime Minister gave 5 pledges. That is about increasing our renewable energy capacity, bringing down our carbon emission, and net zero target. And these are the 5 points I have mentioned in this paragraph. Okay. In the next paragraph, I have talked about the climate financing. As without finance, it is we are unable to realize the target of climate goals. And as we know, in Paris 2015 summit, the developed country had pledged that they will give $100 billion, but they had not met their pledges and their commitments. So, as a developing nation, we want climate financing. We want almost $3 trillion to be net zero till 2070. So, climate financing is a reality, while industrial development is a need, because we are in our peak of demographic dividend. As a young nation, we need jobs, we need more startups, so that we cannot ignore the industrial development and economic growth. But as along with, we have to focus on our environment, and we have to focus on our environment goals, but that need more financing, which need to be drawn from the developed countries, and they should do it. Okay, in this paragraph, I have mentioned all these things. In the next paragraph, I have mentioned about the demographic dividend. Demographic dividend means exactly what is the age of the people of our country. And as we know, we are a young nation. There are more young peoples in our country between the age of 15 to 29. And this is the peak of demographic dividend, and it will continue for the next 2 decades till 2050. So we need more jobs now for the younger peoples, basically. So as a young nation, we need to focus more on the industrial development and the economic growth. But with this, we should not ignore the environment side. This is what I have tried to mention in this paragraph. Okay. So in the next paragraph, I have mentioned about the government initiative. Despite all this, despite our industrial development and economic growth, we are focusing on environmental goals. As a developing nation, we are more inclined toward this, and we have started International Solar Alliance. We have Kampa funds to afforestation for the afforestation purpose, and we have institutions like NGT, which is very proactive in environmental decisions. And each day you can see 2 3 decisions move from the NGT. So it is a proactive institutions, and the institutions serve the purpose always. If the institutions will be strong, then the purpose will be automatically solved. So I've tried to highlight the government's positive thing, which are the initiative the government has taken in recent past for the environment and climate change. Okay. So in the way forward, I have mentioned some of our negatives and how we can solve it. I have mentioned India is the fourth largest emitter of carbon, and our per capita emission is 1.9 ton. China is the highest emitter, but as a highest emitter, it is not a responsible nation, and it is violating all the international rule-based orders. It is not obeying any kind of international orders. So as a fourth largest emitter, we are obeying this, and we should improve some of the things, like I have mentioned environmental impact assessment process, which was recently in news and which was a controversial thing in news, as some of the provisions has mentioned that which is ignoring the environment with respect to the industrial development. So I have mentioned some of the negatives and how to improve these processes, and how to increase our chance to achieve the climate goals. So this is the way forward I have written. You can pause and see, and you can submit your feedback how I have written.